So on October the 10th, it was International Mental Health Day, which is a day designed to raise awareness around mental health and mental health issues and the people that experience these during their lifetimes. There still remains a lot of stigma on this topic, not just in Albania, but outside as well. I decided to speak to Jonarda Kerkuti. She is an Albanian psychologist who had a great initiative in honor of this day, which I was proud to take part in as well. And she is all about breaking down stigma and helping people in need. And in actual fact, it's very much needed because on average, 1 in 4 people will experience at least one mental health issue in their lifetime. And it's also children. 1 in 10 children will suffer from a mental health condition. This could be something like depression or anxiety or trauma, stress, even conditions, ADHD, there is a huge list of things. So I decided to speak to Jonarda to find out more about her initiative and the problems that Albanians are facing. So Jonarda, you're a psychologist. I want to know, how did you get into this career path?
Thank you for the invitation, Alice. First of all, this is really a good space to talk about mental health in Albania. So how I started, it was the need of Albanian immigrants that live abroad of Albania, that are really a lot. And these needs of in searching psychotherapy or professionals that give support, emotional support, or helping them in different concerns. So I thought to build this platform, Psikologu Online, so we can be near them or covering their need. And this is happening right now. We are in the 3rd year, and we are seeking a lot of requests from Albanians that live abroad. And this shows that it's really a big need that we have. But the point is that it's not that we are talking a lot in here or giving education about how works, how can help, and people are searching alone. First of all, to give first help to themselves. But when comes the moment that there is really the peak of the need, like to say. It's really a critical moment for them. In that moment, they start to say, okay, who can help me? And they find the psycholog in that moment to help.
So you work predominantly with the diaspora. Why? Because, I always think that when it comes to the provision of mental health services, other countries are better equipped to meet those needs. The UK, Germany, even the National Health Service offers more. I know there's a shortage of psychiatrists in Albania, for example. So why is it that you're offering sort of services more to the diaspora rather than people in Albania?
Is the lack of languages, first of all. They need to talk in their language to express better themselves, better their needs, that they find it difficult to be understood by psychologists that are out in different countries. And the first thing that they say is actually this, that I need to talk in my language. I feel better to talk in my language. That's why it's becoming more and more useful finding psychologists online and working with them in this way. So yeah, maybe it's better way. I can find professionals there, but this aspect is really even important in therapy to express and even to be understood in different way of expression.
So as I mentioned, October the 10th was International Mental Health Day. How did you mark this? You had quite an interesting initiative.
No, started just like one day I was thinking, but what I can do for mental health awareness to be even more powerful than it is right now. And I was thinking, okay, our voices like psychologists is not that can arrive to different persons. That can be really big. In the sense of measures of people that can help, can be in different areas of Albania or different areas of globally. And I was thinking, okay, maybe we can invite different figures, public figures here in Albania to talk and to share their experience or to share their messages that they can have for this day. And so we can make a bigger impact in different persons. Yes, it started just the experimental idea. So hopefully that this idea can work and even can be like a tradition. year by year to be repeated.
Now, I was quite open when I talked to you, when I did my video, and I'm wondering whether the other people that took part in the project or the public figures that you approached, were they all as open, or did some sort of say, oh, I'm not really comfortable talking about mental health. This is not a topic I want to talk about publicly?
Most of them accepted to be part, but yes, was even person that didn't say, actually, I am not, I don't feel comfortable sharing my stories, my experience, but this day only I cannot be part. So we were okay, it's okay. But of course, I was expecting it. But yes, I appreciate a lot that you share your experience. It was really great that people find it more. They hear something personal, and they can be like, okay, there are people that feels like me, and you connect better with those persons.
So why are Albanians so shy to talk about mental health? Like, why is this an issue? Why is there stigma? I mean, it is a problem everywhere, like in the UK, in other countries I've lived in, there is stigma around mental health, but I see here that this stigma is bigger, is stronger. There is more shame, and people absolutely don't talk about it at all. Why is it?
First of all, is because probably it's miss of information. So when you have this lack of information from when you are small, creates misunderstood when you grow up. And when they even you have the contact, like you shared the contact with professionals like doctors, and they even them don't understand, then you find yourself like, okay, maybe I am the problem. I can have something that can be really terrible. And here creates a really big fear. We talk even about being judged, and this is stigma overall. So when you go, for example, talking with even a friend or your mother probably that don't understand you, and here become a block in you, and you say, even in this time, okay, maybe it's me the problem, and even create another bad situation to seek the right help that you need. I was going to start exactly with giving the awareness from when you are little, from school, from doing courses of parents, to break this lack that we have here, because the psychology is really a new field for Albania, thinking that started in the 90s, and we are seeing that young generations are seeking more help than those that are older. So here you can understand that starts from blocks, mentally blocks, age blocks, and even misunderstandings. A lot of misunderstandings that happens to be in the reverse, not helping the people, but blocking and making things worse in those cases.
Now, I have to ask, without sort of violating any of your patients' confidentiality or anything like that, I'm curious, what are Albanians suffering with most? Like, is there something they're more likely to suffer from, like trauma perhaps, or anxiety, depression, alcohol abuse? What is the most common issue that Albanian people come to you with?
Anxiety is the number one issue that persons seek help, because creating this fear in a moment of finding yourself with a lot of physical symptoms and you don't know what to do, persons seek help directly because they want to understand what is happening with them. Second problems in Albania are relationship problems, and not talking only in couple, but even in family. So we find really difficult to distack from family, and this creates a lot of problems. Imagine a young person that lives out of Albania that have really a strong feeling of guilt, feeling guilty for many things, and this creates really creates for this person problems to integrate in the country, even if he or she lives there, find it difficult because have not a healthy relation between their families, and we have to fix this.
What about depression? Is this something common as well? Does it sort of go hand in hand with other conditions?
For depression, it's another issue, it's another problem, I can say, because when a person is depressed, it's really difficult for that person to ask for help because feels like it's hopeless. And the only way to help those persons is through their family members. if they can understand the signs of depression, so knowing the signs, they can seek help. But here we come to the first point, that is missing of a miss of information creates the barriers to seek help. Even when you see that someone is suffering in your family, you don't know what this person has. That's why we have really a lot to work in this aspect to make person understand which are the symptoms, and so they can seek help, not trying to say, okay, you're going to be good, just this, because it's not enough. So yes, in this case, it's more difficult that person seek help by himself or herself.
Now, if hypothetically, I have depression, I'm living in Albania, what do I do? Like, do I go to the family doctor? Do I call you? Do I go to the hospital? What's the course of action that I should take?
When someone arrives, first thing that we suggest is to contact with their family doctor, because they, considering that they have experiences contacting for different issues, like doing analysis or checkups of the years, they have easier to go and to meet the doctor, family doctor. So we say go first there. So we have even to see if those problems that this person have are coming from emotional side or physical side, and we have to be sure about this. So going to the family doctor first, and family doctor can help you send or to doctors, other doctors like neurologists or psychiatrists, or to go to the psychologist. That right now are even psychologists that work, state psychologists that works in medical centers where is their family doctor. Yes.
Now, what about obstacles? I mean, if I'm going to the family doctor, if I'm going to the state hospital, I know there's shortages of psychiatrists, for example. In my own experience, I've come across medical professionals who don't know what they're talking about. They have limited knowledge on certain topics. Is this an issue? What sort of issues can I come up against when trying to get treatment for mental health in this country?
Yes, are not enough, to be honest. Basing on even in those numbers, are concentrated mostly in Tirana and not in other countries, and people are obliged to come here. And when you find even these misunderstandings of that ADHD don't exist after this age, can be in every age, and every problem can develop. Like even depression can be developed even in children, or anxiety can be developed even in children. So it's not any age that is exactly when starts an issues or when finish. Yes, we need to do more in the aspect of growing the quality of the services in this aspect. So a person can be diagnosed good and can have their planned treatment better, because evaluation is the first step to be treated. So if from here start a mistake, of course, it's going to be all the process wrong and create even more problems for those persons.
Can you get therapy for free in Albania, like counseling?
Yeah, in the state are now psychologists that work for free, that can be found in medical services, different zones in Tirana. I know that are even in different cities of Albania, but are more concentrated here. So when you have a family doctor, there is even a psychologist that works for free. So people have this possibility to be followed and to treat their problems in case they don't have opportunity to follow by a private psychologist.
Do you think things are improving? Do you think the stigma is reducing? You've been working in this field for a number of years now. Are things getting better? Are people becoming more open?
Yes, it's growing, the number of persons that are seeking help. But we don't talk so much. That's why it looks like it's not going further, this of awareness and seeking help. I can say about one case that I was having in therapy, one time the sister and one time the brother, and both of them were not knowing that each other was following therapy. So this happened even with friends, that they can have, both of them are following by psychologists, but they don't talk because it's still the stigma of talking, of fear. So yes, it's really we need to really to work on this and to be normal, to talk about the fact that we are going to psychologists. It can be even a sign that we are caring about myself going there. So caring about myself, I can have better relations with others. But it's a bit job to arrive until there.
Yonada, thank you very much.
Thank you, Alice. Thank you so much.